Hi guys, in this video I will teach you how to perform CRUD operations using Angular 7 and Web API. If you not subscribed my channel, so please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates. So let's get started. I have a SQL Server, SQL Server and Visual Studio Code, and I have also Visual Studio 2019. It's they that are the IDE which is installed into my system. So how can you do that? First of all, you just need to make a simple database to perform the CRUD operations with Angular 7 and Web API. We develop the Web API into the Visual Studio and use the .NET framework and entity framework, and it is attached to the SQL Server database and perform the make the API and call this API and consume this API into our the Angular project. So you have a simple database first. So I just create a new database. Give the name of database CRUD Angular. Click the OK button. Now as you can see, the database has been created. In the second step, you just need to add the table. The table is called the employee details. Right click the database and click the open the database and right click on the new table and add the fields which I write here. First column should be the employee ID and the data type should be the integer, and it should be the allow nulls. It means that this is unchecked because we are providing the primary key to the first column about the employee ID. In the second column, we just add the employee name, and it should be the Waka data type, and it allows the null. We just add the employee ID as a set primary key. And the third column is about the date of birth, and it should be the date. And the fourth column is email ID. It should be the Waka. Gender and address, Waka 100. Pin code Varkar 50. Now database has been created and the table also has been created. We just need to save this table into the CRUD Angular database. Just press the Ctrl with S and give the name of the table. It's called employee details. Press the enter button. Now as you can see in the hierarchy of the objects explorer, here is the employee details table. The employee detail tables has the 5 and 6 columns. As you can see, we have all columns are defined into the columns directory. Now the second step is to create the Web API project into the Visual Studio. I'm just going to open the Visual Studio 2019 as it is installed into my system. After opening the Visual Studio 2019, you just click on the create a new project. When you create a new project, it shows the project templates. As you can see, I select ASP.NET Web Application .NET Framework. This is the project template for MVC, Web Forms or Web API. I just clicked on the next button. When you click on the next button, it shows the project name and directory of the source solution name, or which type of framework do you want to make your application. So I'm just using 4.6.1. This should be the amazing .NET framework and with the high capabilities of the new features. So I'm just using this web application. So here you just give the name of the project. I'm just giving this project name is about the crude Angular, and sorry about the create, read, update and delete. So now we have to click on the create project. This is the best step to choose the template of the ASP.NET web applications. I am here to use the web API. So this is the best RESTful HTTP service that can reach the broad range of clients including browsers and mobile devices. I am using this because there is no use of any MVC pattern and not configured for the HTTPS. Yes, you have to add this. And now just click on the create your project. After creating your project, another step is to add the ADO.NET entity data model into your project. So right click on the model folder, click add and go to the new item, and here you just add the data ADO.NET entity data model. Just click on it and click the add. I'm just going to add the entity framework designer from data. Click on the next button. Here I create the new connection. So there is my server name. So how can I get the server name? Right click on the connect SQL server and right click on the server name, copy it and paste it here and select your database. I have a lots of database, but I make the database about the Angular. So click on the crude Angular, click on the test connection. Yes, connection has been succeed. Click on OK button. So now you can see this, there is the server name and here our DBO. So now click on the next button, click on the next button. Retrieving database information, please wait. It retrieves the table, and yes, you can see the employee details. Click and check this table, click on the finish. Now as you can see this, your model has been integrated into your project. So it retrieves your data and your columns into the form of employee details, and employee details is a table and it is the columns which we defined in the SQL server. What would be the next step? So now go to the controller folder and right click on the controller and create a new controller. So I just click on the new controller. This controller is about the web API 2 controller. Click on the empty web API 2 and add it. And the controller name should be crude API. Click on the add. And now this time to add the model into your CRUD API controller. I just add this using CRUD Angular dot model. This is the namespace to add the model into your controller. So now we have to add the simple code CRUD Angular entities equal. It's mean that you have to apply the object of entity. And now click on the new CRUD Angular entities. Here is I add a simple the filter of HTTP GET and make the root variable about the all employees details. And here I just make a iQueryable function and apply the database set of my model into the list of the get employee. The user will get the employee when you write like this. And here is a try and catch block. If this method will return any kind of exception, it through the exception about the employee details. After this code I just add the another code. This code means that if you want to get the all details of an employee by ID, so you just need to add this code. And here I just get the request into I interface HTTP action result and get employee by ID into the string parameter. And here I just add convert the employee ID into the integer of the string, just because of this employee ID is in the form of string. And now we have add the try and catch block, just because for it returns is kind of any exceptions, so it throws an exception. So it here is the object empty employee and object entity employee details and find the ID, and the find ID is null, so it's not found, otherwise it returns a value of a ID. And now here I add the another code about to insert employee details. This will post the record into the and it hits the data into the database. So here I just mention the root and it's return an IHTTP action result post employee in point details into the data format. And here you can see this, it's a model state, is it valid? So what happened, it returns a bad request, and otherwise it's try and catch to the add data, the entity object entity and save changes method insert the record into the database. So as you can see this, after this kind of code we just add another code called the insert employee details. Here you can see this, here I add the update employee details. If you want to update the record of an employee which is exists into the database, so you just need to add this code and make the root about the update employee details. So this is the HTTP put request, this is the filter, and put it works like an update. If you want to update the column of it's like a first row, you want to update it, so you just need to add this code. So in this code we have to add the employee details table model, and this model has the variable of the employee, and the employee we just add the model listed is valid, it returns a bad request. After all this kind of thing, you just need to add the code into the try catch block. So try catch block we have employee details, object employee and new employee details. This is the object employee entity and find employee with an ID. So here is a if object employee is not equal to null, so now we just need to add the object employee, and this is the pin code. So I'm just clicking on control space, so now we have the variable about the pin code in a small letter, so that's why it shows like this. And now after all kind of things, you just need to add the new variable and declare the new variable into the I, and all the save changes it's assigned to the I variable. and get the catch and exception if it occurs an exception about and it throws an exception. So you just need to add this code and it returns okay all the employee, which is employee which all are the exist into this employee. Now as you can see this here, I am just using the delete of all employee. If you want to delete the column or row into the database, you just need to add this kind of code. I am using the HTTP filter about the delete and make the root of this method called the delete employee details. In this method I just return in the form of IHTTP action result, and I create the method about the delete employee delete. In this delete I just add the parameter about the integer with the name of ID. We don't need the ID because of we are creating the employee details model. So employee detail model has an employee object, and this object we just add the ID into the find method. Find method works when you want to ID about any employee which is accessed into your database. So now we just add the if condition and it equals to the null, and it returns not found about the employee record. And if you want to remove employee through an API by using an interface of Angular app, so you just need to add this method about the remove. In the remove method you add the object of your employee details table, and after removing what happens, it changes all the database and update it your previous database into the new form of database. It's called save changes method, and it returns the employer record into your employee variable. Now after completing all kind of code, you just need to add single line above the public class include API controller and API controller. This is inherit of the API controller. So this is the API employee. What is the advantage of this root prefix? And now I am running this project. You just need to build your project. Right click on the project solution and click on the build solution. After completing the build, no issue found, and now click on the IIS Express of the Google Chrome. I'm just click on this. Now when I run my project, so it shows that this site can be reached because this is not our full and clear URL of Web API. So what we do that we have a project. So now you can see this is the API employee. So what should you do that you just need to add API employee and employee and the get all employees details, control C, and I just add V. When click enter, so now you can see the result. As you can see the result is there. There is no result of the array of an employee details just because we are not add any kind of record into the SQL server. As you can see there is no kind of record into the database. And now what should we do after all kind of things? For the next step you just need to build the user interface applications. So now we create the web application in Angular 7 that will consume web API. First we have to make sure that we have Angular CLI installed. Open command prompt and type below code which is called npm installed -g Angular CLI. So I'm just going to install the Node.js. First you have to install the Node.js. Node.js is the backend, but it used to add the NVM node version modules. So this will use to create the Angular CLI application. After installing the Node.js, we just need to check the version of Node.js. So how can you check it? You just need to type command about the node space, open the terminal. First of all I just need to tell you something. I create Angular example, and previous we work on the web API, so we clearly create a web API project into ASP.NET. So in the next step, we just need to create an Angular application. So in this Angular application, I just check the Node.js. You need to install the Node. So I'm just going to check this. I have 12.16.1 Node.js version. After all these things, you just need to add npm install g and Angular CLI. I have already installed this. So this is the install package of Angular CLI. I clearly installed this. After installing the Angular API, you just need to create a project called ng new Angular CRUD. When I add this command, it shows me, would you like to add Angular routing? I just say yes. And after that, it says that which style sheet format would you like to use. I'm just using CSS. After all these things, now you can see on the screen it create the Angular app and all installing the app.component and modules and node modules installed into the directory of my project. So it take times. After completing and after creating your project, you can see this is the directory of our project about the Angular CRUD. I'm click on it and here is the all kind of stuffs. Now you can see this is the ts typescript config.json and karma.config.js. So we have a source folder. In this source folder we have the component about the app component. So now you can see this app routing module.ts and app.component.cs. So here we have a lots of component now. So now we just need to add a simple we need to go towards in the project directory about the, you can say the cd and Angular CRUD. Now you are on a original project directory and now we have to add a new component about the ng, about the, you can say that this is the employee component ngg and c employee component. As you can see, we have a employee component about this, like the employee component.html and this like this. Okay, so what should we do in the next step? We just need to create a services for consuming the web API. So I'm here to add new services about the employee. So just need to add ng g and service about the employee. So add these services into your project. As you can see in the directory, we have two services about the employee.service.specification and employee.service.ts. So we need to add another thing about the class of employee so we can direct it to the SQL columns. So ng g class about the employee, add this class into your project directory. So we consume this class for making the columns of employee ID and we add all columns into the SQL. So we have the employee.ts, you can see this. Now click on this and here you can see this is the employee class and export employee class. So I had these things here, employee ID, employee name and all the columns of the SQL server. We have employee ID, employee name, date of birth and email address, gender, addresses, all kind of things in the string format, but date of birth in the form of date. So what should be the next step? We just go to the employee service.ts file. So here we need to add some kind of code. So what should we need to add this? We just need to HTTP client header and observable and employee. So I'm just going to add it. So you can see this, we add HTTP client and all kind of things, you know, here. So after all these things, we have an employee service and constructor. So we just need to add the URL of the API. So I have consuming the API. So what should I do that? I just need to put here about the URL of and my employee. In the constructor, we just need to add a single line of code like the private and http client. So I think yeah. After all of these things, we just need to put the get employees method. This function, it returns the all employee details. So I'm just putting here I have get all employee observable employee and return this http get employee this dot url with all employee details. So we already created all employee details from the, you can say that we have like this. So after all these things, we just need to add another URL about the get employee and get employee by ID. So I just need to add the get employees all ID. Here you need to add this employee ID according to the employee ID. So this employee ID is coming from the string of the parameter, and I add the employee ID here, and here is the creating an employee. So I create an employee for this, and yes, you can see this is the create an employee of observable, and it creates an employee into the JSON file, and it insert this URL. You use this API URL insert employee details from the URL. After I just want to update all kind of employees. So what should I do that? I just need to add the updating all employees. So I want to update all employees, and then we just need to add delete the employee. So after update, I want to delete all employees here. So now you can see this in the employees.service.ts and employee.ts. We just added these things and this thing. I consume the API, the HTTP localhost and API employee and constructor like this. So now what should you do that? We have to install the course package manager. I'm opening my Visual Studio project and right click on the Crude Angular project. Now go towards into the Nugget package, manage Nugget packagers, and yes, here you just need to add this cross origin extension for running two URLs on your local system. If you have two and three URLs on your local system running at a time, so you just need to add the course API. So I'm just consuming this application API, so that's why I'm just using this course. And what should you do that? You just need to, after installing this ASP.NET Core web API course, go to the web API config file. So I have already opened here, and write like this code var variable with the course new enable course attribute, and add this semicolon. And so my system is so slow right now, and now add this config dot enable course and this course. So after adding this condition into your application, so it works nicely. After setting course, so now I'm going to my application of Angular, and here you just as I said earlier, I think I said or not, we will use the Angular material theme to create a rich and interactive and device oriented user interface for our web app. So let's install the Angular material theme. Npm install save Angular material @ Angular CDK Angular animator animations. So now you can see this is animations, npm installed save, and Angular material and Angular CDK and Angular animation. So you just need to add this URL. I'm just showing this, so you can see this. I think you can understand what should I write here. So npm install save Angular material and Angular SDK, and then you just install this. As you can see, all packages of Angular material theme has been installed into my project directory. So how can I check this? You just need to go down to the directory and click on the package.json file. So here you can see the dependencies. Now this is the CDK and animations, all kind of stuffs are there. So how can you check this are actually exist or not? So just go to the node_module, and here is the Angular folder, and this is the animations and SDK. As you can see this, so we just need to add the material, so we click on the material. So here all the stuffs are there on the material design like this. So what should we do that in the next step? We just need to add some kind of library and go to the we can say that which kind of thing. Alright, so node_module, we have app.module.ts file. So here we just need to add app routing model. So we need to add here is the steps. So we just need to add ng model, and we have employee services to the like this. So after all these things, we just need to import some kind of file here. I just add this. So what happened when I add this kind of things in Angular @material, and it shows an error? So reason behind that, this is the Angular 7, Angular 9, and we are using approach of Angular 7. So we just need to add this thing one by one. So I just add the mat button like this, controls flex, and here v bracket from. So we just need to add all kind of stuff like this. We just need to add this, and control C and paste it here. So in the case like this, you just need to add button. So all kind of things happen with like this. As you can see on the screen, I add all the buttons, menu, module, date picker icon from another material date picker and folder. So we are using the Angular 9, so that's why we just need to do that. So after all these things, what should we do? That we just need to add another thing about the imports into the our project. So here we have import about the app routing and browser model. So we need to add the forms module, and like this. So here we just need to add this. So this kind of thing, the mat native date is not using here, so I just add all kind of stuff here. So after that, you just need to providers is about the HTTP client provider module, employee service, and mat date pickup module. So we just need to add this. So I just add the providers here like this: HTTP client module, employee service, mat date picker module. After all these things, we have add app component from the bootstrap. And what should we do in the export module? So export module should be an empty. So now we go towards into the style.css library. We have to import library in style.css file. So as you can see here, I add this import Angular material pre-built themes indigo.ping.css into the style.css, and now we have to design an HTML. So what should we do? That we just need to go towards in employee component. So I have employee component dot html in code employee component dot html here. So here we just need to add you can say that the design of the implementation of the container. So we just put the container here, folder employee works node like this, and I'm here like div and class should be the container, and container. After that, we just need to add the mat card. So in the mat card, we just need to add the mat toolbar, and the color should be the accent, and now in this condition we just need to add a simple HTML code here, mat toolbar here like this. I add the line center of the div and style color white and CRUD operation in Angular 9 web API in SQL database like this. So this is the design layout, and just we are working on that. So I will share you this code because it is a long, so we need to add here. Here I add a HTML code, so I just going to review this. And already we have defined the div class and toolbar, the marked content and employee form and mat error and like this. So get okay, fine. So what we are doing here? So I'm just going to tell you something about to, we can say that here I'm just using a form group, and in the form group we add a employee form, and ng submit means that when the user submit on a button, so it posts like a method, works like a method. In a PHP we have already has work on it. So ng submit and on form submit employee.form.value should be getting from the input fields, and it take all the value from an input field here, like a form control name, employee name, mat tooltip, employee tooltip, and this will be the enter employee name, mat input, and placeholder like this. So what if in the next step we have a span, if the employee value and the form get employee don't touch it, so it should be show an error into the mat error. Okay, so now what happened in the next step, we have a class table tbl1 mat form field demo field with, and this is the mat date picker, mat tooltip, and form control name, date of birth, placeholder, choose date of birth. So here we have a date picker, toggle mat suffix and for like this picker and like this. All right, so in the next step we have a table like this. I'm just going to show you each and everything about this kind of code, and we have TBL1. So TBL1 has the another thing, like this. TBL1 gender, male, female, or maybe it's about the employee form dot get gender dot value and employee form. So here we have input field mat tooltip, enter address. So all kind of address about the SQL and employee form dot get and matrix button color and accept. If the paragraph has been submitted, it shows like a submit disabled. Okay, when you enter the form, when you add the field of input field, you can say that input fields, when you filled it, so what happened, it disabled the button, and when you unfill that, so it disabled, and after if you fill all kind of input fields, so it shows the enable button. So here is the logic I'm just showing here. Platform wallet submit. So this is the table, and button primary in table employee, table of adding, gender deletes, all kind of things getting from the employee dot email, MBNM, and date of birth is the date, email ID, gender 0, male, female, address, pin code, and button. So this is the tooltip we already have defined here. As you can see on the screen, we have the template already defined about the Angular. So I'm just deleting this template, and so this is the app.component.html. We just need to add our code. So toolbar and like this. So you just need to open the arrows keys, and the above content is there like this, and I'm just going to delete it, and we just need to add our content like the paragraph, and what should we add, the app employee like this. Okay, so this is the app employee. We have to create the component about the apps. So what should we do that in the open, we need to open the employee.component.ts. so employee.component.ts. so here we have need to add something. So we need to add the form builder validators and observable and regexes about all kind of things. So and I'm just here putting import form builder validators, form Angular forms, observable, and employee services employee. So in case of content component, we have selector app employee, template URL, employee component.html, and style URLs. So what should we do in the next step? I just add the so implements on it and data saved. So we just need to add the above constructor, and here is the constructor. So this is the constructor, and private like this. In the constructor format, we just need to add so we add a simple code into my constructor. So we have already method of the initializing all the ng on it, but we need to create some function. So I have already written about this function, load all employees. If you want to load all the employee, so you just need to add here. I'm just adding here the load all employees, and this condition we have this all employees, this employee services, and get all employee. Okay, now what happened if the user want to on form submit? So on form submit condition should be applied into the like this. So we have a create employee method, but I am already defined the create employee method into the bottom of the page. So this is the load employee. So I have already create the load employee. So we need this method. I just show the condition ng on it, load implies on form submit, and load employee to edit. For the edit about you need to set value, all kind of things, this dot employee dot form, and subscribe to the employee. This method will works like this. So after all this thing load implies, then I just need to add another thing called create employee. So create employee method allows us to creating your employee from, and in this create method I just add two conditions about the if else condition. So why we need to use this condition? So here we have a creating employee. I'm just going to show you the block of creating an employee, and here is a load employee condition, here is a on form submit. So I will stop this kind of block, load employee this, and now we have to go towards in the create employee. So create employee method I just create the person who is updated. It's example, if the person is once time created, so it's not allowed to add another employee, right? So this is the logic about to adding the employee, create employee, and else employee id like this, and load all employees. So now we just need to add the delete employee. So what should we do? That we just need to add delete all the employees. So I'm going to add this condition is about to delete all employees. I just move this kind of thing, and here I just add delete all employees. So after that we just need to add the reset form. So delete employees, record delete successfully, we want to delete this, so we just need to add delete reset forms. So this is the reset form, and I have already defined that, and I can understand. So here you can see this kind of things. So all kind of things has been done. So what should we do? That we have all completed all need of code and functionalities for accrued operations. So before running, first make sure it's what you work, and now let's run the app and see it works. Open the terminal and write the following command to run the program. Okay, so what happened if I just need to run the first my application about the you can say that this application should be run. So that's why we can add the actual our local host. So click on the Google Chrome IIS Server Express, and I click on this. When I compile this application, it shows an error about the employee component and declaration, or add an appropriate Angular decorator about the employee component is declared here. Or आपने in case you use all kind of functions, but you are not defined into the employee component folder. So what should we do? That we just need to add the, we forget to add the code here, so we just need to remove this code and void. So what should we do? That we just need to add this code, this employee form, the form builder, we are not initializing it, employee name, date of birth, and required, and this dot load all employees. So now I just going to save it, and now again compiling it. So it builds 32 modules and active like this. So what happened, we just see in a result. So now you can see our application has been running. Now I'm inserting the data about the Mitesh, and here choosing the date of birth. So it should be anything like this. I'm just 1992, and so here you need to add the email about the email ID. So this is the, you can say user ID, we can say that, and email ID, we can say that. So user ID, email ID, and gender male, address should be Hyderabad, and adding the pin code of 1000, and now just submitting here. So you can see this, we have add 2 records and we want to edit this record. So I'm just going to add it to the Sonu, and email ID should be the sonu@gmail.com, and it should be the mail. So here is the address. I put address and I want to change it to the Delhi. Alright, and now submit here. So now you can see that record update successfully, and if you want to delete, so when you click on this, so it happens. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel and keep watching my another video. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.